Yeah, dude. It's put it this way: it's you put the money in one time, and then you always have it as long as you take care of it.
I mean,
Which
got
you've
a
always
few.
taken care of your shit.
Yep,
So
I got a few. I was telling him about the push though, with the Yomni incident and the beer, but yeah,
what happened?
he spilled a beer on the push.
Oh
at a
shit!
party.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Like what era?
It was at the old house, up in
Right.
Liverpool, and
Was
I
it
don't
when
know,
we were
maybe-
all living there, or was that a little
I want to
after?
say
Okay.
maybe like we lost one or two people, but
Yeah.
most of us were there.
Gotcha.
Lost one or two people. Like you had that many people living with
we
you.
moved in
Yeah.
with 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah,
holy
all,
shit.
6 people
Yeah.
all moved in.
So 8 total.
Fuck.
And then Andrea was always goddamn there. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I fucking never minded Andrea.
I can't even stand living
There was
with
always
one
like 3 or
person.
4 extras too, constantly. Constantly, there was
Yeah.
3 or 4 extras. It was cool for what it was. Like that was our college, you know. When people go
Yeah.
to, except we don't have the student loans now from fucking up. You know what I mean?
I got a little bit, but it's all right.
But you didn't. You, only did, you went to a trade, and then you only did a couple semesters, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like oh, I'm going to the Ohio State University out of my parents' pocket, and then just
No.
do what we did the whole time.
No, I almost got it paid off already. It's only a few thousand.
Oh, that's
So, yeah,
nice.
it's not bad.
I still don't
It's
have
just-
student loans. That's
I
my
was-
favorite shit.
I was going to a place that now doesn't even have their computer, education courses anymore
Yeah.
because they were so bad at it. So it was
Wow.
and I was supposed to be going there pretty much for free, like full ride type of
Scholarship,
thing.
yeah.
Not scholarship though. I was mostly on a Pell Grant.
Okay.
that got stripped when our governor at the time stripped it, and I lost my money there. So they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna."
Why
owe
did they?
this.
How could they strip a grant from someone who earned it?
Well, an educational fund got stripped, and it was, with FAFSA, they use whatever they use first. So I think they used my scholarships for my first so many semesters or whatever.
Yeah.
Then the Pell Grant went through that it got stripped, and I got notified that I'm going to owe so much money per semester.
Yeah.
And right then and there, I was like, well, how much do I owe now? And they're like, so much. And I'm like, okay, no, done.
Oh, looks like I'm done
I'm
now.
like, no,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I already knew, like, this place isn't the most accredited.
Right.
I wasn't really banking on this place to take me somewhere. It was
Right.
just something to
It was
get a
something that
piece
was
of
there
paper,
for free, you
yeah,
thought.
something for free first off, and it was
Yeah.
a piece of paper that I could use to hopefully get a better job type situation.
Yeah.
Looks good on a resume kind of shit.
Yeah, and then it was like
Somewhere
no,
far,
it's-
far away from here.
It's no longer free, and you're gonna
That's
have to
just
pay a good amount for it if you continue to finish. I'm like, no. And now, literally a year after I left, they lost those programs.
Okay, that's kind of
Wow.
like if I was cutting lawns for a living, right? And I went to dude's house and I said, "Hey, it's $20 up front to get your lawn cut or whatever." But and so I do like 2 swipes in, and it's like my lawnmower broke down. You still owe me that $20, by the way. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot what that's like, because I understand that the whatever program it was lost funding. But why should that come out of your pocket when you earned it, I mean, I understand if they can't afford to honor the rest of your education, but why do you have to pay for what was already supposed to be paid for, you know what I mean? Out of your pocket.
Well,
Or what was promised to you to get covered anyway.
when it happened, it must have been during a lapse where I'm still going for X amount of days,
Uh-huh.
and it's no longer going to be covered because that was still being decided.
Gotcha.
When the policies go through and they
That's
finally
still-
put everything through, and then the money drops, then I at least got the notification right away. But
Yeah. That's still
So-
fucked though. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's something wrong with the system there, I believe.
yeah, I was told that I should try to fight it and whatnot, but
It's just
I don't have the
y-
money to
and
fight it. So
Yeah,
why
you're going to
even-
spend more money fighting
Yeah.
it than you owe.
Yeah.
fighting
yeah,
in case
exactly.
you might not
It's like I'll
win.
just pay off what little I have, and
Mm-hmm.
if I decide to go back to school, then I go back to school. But we'll see.
Yeah. I definitely think you're in a position where you could now if you wanted to.
Yeah,
But you're already doing fine with Comcast, right?
yeah. I'm hopefully looking at a supervisor position soon,
Yeah.
Dang.
possibly.
Yeah. So I mean, would it even be at this point you're making it, you got a good job in the, in your pocket already, so I guess it'd be a personal choice. If school was free, I would have went to school. I'd probably go to school, for a bunch of shit if
Yeah.
it was free, but
Yeah.
I think emphasis on going to school for things you're actually interested in should be promoted a lot more.
I think so too.
Because I think a lot of people just go for what's going to make the most money,
Oh, that's all they ever do.
but not what's going to, like, what's the most fulfilling.
Yeah.
Right.
I always thought if I was going to go to school, it would be for sound engineering. Not that I'm really interested in that side of music and performance or whatever, but I think it'd be really great to learn, and I could do a lot of other things with sound engineering, you know?
Oh,
Like that's what Jamie has on Joe Rogan. He's a sound engineer. He like went to school for that, and he fucking landed that gig.
Right.
It's like, dude, I could probably be, and that's the same thing with Lee.
Lee
on
Syed,
fucking,
yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool to just learn sound engineering and see what I could fall into after that. Maybe it won't be music. Maybe it would be. Who knows? But
I don't know. I like aiming microphones at things and making stuff.
yeah, I like
I would
I
love.
like that too. But I don't know how to do it at all.
I'm thinking about doing online classes just to figure this out a lot better.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I could do that in my spare time.
Yeah,
And
that'd
they
probably
got
be all the
a
more.
lot of resources now too. I can tell you that. I could probably point you to a few of them actually. 'Cause
Oh,
I
really?
get a lot of ads for it because I've been doing it for a while. So as they came out, they were like, "Hey, he looks like he's maybe trying to do something. Send him a fucking ad."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Honestly, if it was free, I guarantee I would have done it straight out of high school.
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
I would
It's
just
not
because
even very expensive. You're only talking maybe $100 per class, if that, and that's only for a few class session. That,
Yeah.
an extended online thing that you take at your leisure, pretty much. So
I don't know if I could do online. I'm a hands-on learner. I'm really bad at like seeing something done and like YouTube videos as I'm working on stuff, I guess. But I don't know if I would have like the same. I don't know, man. There's just something with the way I learn. I can't be shown like taking notes, for example, or like going through like if a teacher had a lecture, dude, I didn't hear a word of it. I'm in
Oh,
fucking
no, me
goddamn
too.
outer
I feel you,
space.
yeah.
Like and then okay, here's a pop quiz on what I just talked about, and I'm like, hep. And then I never like forced myself. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm sure I could have forced myself, but I never like did force myself to at least try to listen to some of it. And I don't know. I don't really need to know about the fucking conquistadors or whatever. You know what I mean? That's kind of. It's cool it happened, and it's important for the people who are keeping track, but I'm not. Like, I'm kind of in the now. You know, I'm not
Someone's
gonna,
interested
you wanna
in
be-
this, and we'll carry it on.
I think plenty of people, yeah,
But it
are
isn't
interested
me.
in it. Yeah, exactly. So
think-
why does it have to be me?
I
you
think
know?
that's where the options I'm referring to may come in handy for someone like you.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the wanting to be hands-on, that is video-based and whatnot, but
Right.
it's not something where you're trying to get a master's degree in something.
It's just learning how
you're
to do
learning
it.
how to do it, and they don't go through the history of all of it. They go
Yeah,
to
no,
where you
it's-
need to be,
yeah.
where you need to know like musically to actually make the shit, because you need to know so much of I don't even know the word for it. Maybe you would know music theory. Is it
Pretty much.
like I
Should probably be able to
I
read
still-
music. That's
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I still don't know. I tried to go back with a book and some online stuff to learn that, so it would help me. Couldn't do it. It's like I'm not interested in that. I like
Yeah.
making it sound good, but I don't want to know all that part
Right,
to it.
yeah.
I got into it for the computer.
See, that's
side
probably
of it,
that's probably the side I would actually be more interested in. Really, is it because I've talked to people who actually know. I've never cracked a music theory book, never watched a music theory talk or anything like that. But I've talked to people who do understand music theory and do like know way more about that shit than I do, and could keep up pretty well in a conversation. But I don't know. I guess not. Now that I'm thinking about it, like just sit down and learn something I'm not good at. To gut up and do it and fuck up a couple times and then eventually become good at it.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm the
that's what
same-
I do.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could learn though. It's a skill that that's like the one thing I have missing is like being able to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, I can if I'm interested in it.
yeah. If I don't give a shit about it, it's like it's just not going in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I can sit and listen to lectures about like the history of punk rock, or like I watch documentaries on just random shit too, not just music, but just random shit and I know a lot of shit about random shit. But yeah, that's I don't know. It would definitely at the end of the day though be useful. Like again, if schooling was free, I would have went to like some school that was good for it and like worked my ass off. And I think that's the other thing with a classroom environment. Like, I feel accountable to be somewhere, and I'm really good about if I'm accountable to be somewhere. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. So I think that'd be a really good like personal incentive for me is to like I basically when I enrolled in classes I told them I was going to be here, so I better fucking be here, you know.
Also, I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Well,
But
in
not
this
if
in
it
this
was free,
free
but, like-
in this fantasy Ben Shapiro nightmare world.
How dare you want education, you swine.
Yeah. I just want free everything, don't I? Nah, just like basic human rights.
Just things that help me better
Water,
myself.
you know.
Yeah.
At least like airline food for anybody who's on the streets, you know, like
We could do that.
yeah. I mean, we have such a huge defense budget. Like is Afghanistan really going to catch up with us in the arms race? Like I think we could like lay off the gas a little bit on our defense budget. You know. That's just me.
I don't know, man. I'm fucking retarded.
What about like
at that.
what about like funding the goddamn police force like their military units now? Like fucking Columbiana County has like 3 or 4 armored trucks with like battering rams and shit. It's like what the fuck you need that shit? I'm afraid East End's gonna look like the beginning to Straight Outta Compton tomorrow.
Bro,
I'm
zombie
terrified.
outbreak.
That must
Zombie
be it.
outbreak.
That must be it.
They're
Zombie
probably gonna
outbreak.
release something, weed us out a little
It
bit.
is coming up on Christmas.
I
It is
worry about like
Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Oh yeah, happy Halloween. I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about it. This is a spooky episode. Sorry. no.
Welcome to the Midnight Scario podcast.
Oh my God! Let's do an episode of Midnight Scario.
What, like right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Were we talking about doing this anyways?
Yeah. Let's take the show.
Let's do it, dude. This episode now is called it's another podcast, Midnight Scario, and
Just
it's
cue the
from around
cue
here
the
too.
theme right now.
I don't.
I've never met them. I heard. Is it 1 or 2 people?
It's Davey.
It's
pretty much runs the show.
Yeah.
Alina, they do it together, and then his girlfriend, and I think everybody's like in and out, and it might just be Davey, or kind of like our situation.
Gotcha. Yeah. Understood.
Like where it's might
I'm sure
not
Davey's
always be all of them.
Gotcha.
How you never met Davey?
I'm sure. Yeah, I've never met him. I'm sure he's a good dude, but bro, we're fucking stealing your format. Like,
I'm sorry, I'm hijacking your shit, Davey, but it's gonna be funny,
dude, look up the Ohio Grassman.
Hang on, we're not using a projector. Will you do it on your phone?
Sure,
Can you read from it?
dude. I could tell you about the Ohio Grassman.
You know about that?
I mean, I could just tell you about it. You know, okay, so you know how Sasquatch has a different name in every state if you're like way into that shit? It's like, oh, the Tennessee swamp beast. And shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just Bigfoot, but kind of green this time. Like, have you ever seen Monster Quest? You know what I'm talking about? So in Ohio, it's the Ohio Grassman. And, dude, oh shit, I got a story for you. I got a fucking story for you. All right.
The Tennessee swamp beast.
So this really happened. I used to go through. Have you guys ever? And I don't believe in Sasquatch at all, but I fucking love like In Search of Sasquatch type shows.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I love that shit. I love
man.
conspiracy theories. I don't believe in them anymore. Like when I used to, you know, dabble in paper-based drugs. I used to kind of have. I used to like 10% believe that we were run by reptilian overlords. I'm not even 10%. Like 90%. Like nah, come on. But 10% I believed in that shit. Other than that, I don't believe in this shit, but I still love conspiracy theory stuff. Anyway, so there was a write-up on, I think it was the Review, but it was the website Review, like someone writing, and it was Bigfoot sightings out at Gretchen's Lock. Or people were talking about, and this was this particular summer where I used to go out there at least once a week. Sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a week. I go out to Gretchen's Lock, climb up on the lock, start a fire and just hang out with some friends, or like go back into the camping area and just like have controlled fires and stuff. But I love being out in the woods, and I used to get everybody to come with me all the time. But when I would go there, I did what I learned from an In Search of Sasquatch show. What is the call? And it's a high pitch like, but it's way longer and louder, and I can do it. I do it, dude. The whole valley, like I'm fucking loud with it. I can project my voice. They have a write-up in the fucking Review, East Liverpool Review. Oh, Sasquatch hearings, people reporting seeing footprints and fucking, I swear to God. And I'm like, dude, I wear a size 16 Timberland. Like, maybe that's the footprints they're seeing. And they're like, 5 different people were like calling about hearing Sasquatch calls and shit like that. Like, I don't know where they're reporting it to, but they're reporting hearing Sasquatch calls.
They probably looked at your boot print, and some like Sasquatch freak out there's like, Sasquatch is known to have hooves.
Yeah.
Shit just like that.
Yeah, basically.
I've read it on old text of Squelch. That's got fucking.
Oh, this
hooves.
is the Sasquatch from New York. See, that's a Timberland boot print, but dude. Yeah, so that really happened.
Squelch wears Timberlands.
That really happened though. So I am Sasquatch, guys. I am the Ohio Grass Man.
The Ohio Grass.
That's why I named my van the Ohio Grass Van. So, double meaning, but
You really think there's a Sasquatch out there?
no, fuck no,
You don't think?
dude. Come on, if there was a Sasquatch out there, we'd have found it by now. Like,
Squelch wants you to believe there's no Squelch.
now there is like
Going Squatch,
I
brother.
think. I mean, it's for sure a fact that there's like
There was a one.
there's hundreds of millions of sea life that we
yeah.
haven't discovered. You know.
That in the
Because
Pacific
isn't there,
Northwest with like it being so thick.
Yeah, I don't know though. I feel like you'd have found a dead one by now. You know, like all these dudes who like literally live in the woods and hunt constantly. Like they're called outfitters. They get paid to hunt, basically.
Yeah, some motherfucker would have
Now-
obviously shot one of these things.
They would have seen a fucking footprint or a skull or something. It's always these people
Yeah.
who see the footprints who
Right.
know how to take a plaster cast and bring it in.
But like who?
and
That's
make
a,
money
that's,
off of a
these-
speech.
But that's a
about
good
it, you know?
point because like like someone had to have ran into one. Like the people that claim them.
There's
Who wouldn't have like shot one of these motherfuckers?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? The fuck is that?
Yeah.
Out of my garden, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Shoot it!
Now, I know a man.
Fucking Harambe. Boom.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ow! It's a stolen
Shots
open
fired.
wound. Jesus Christ!
It's
Really?
been-
That was like 3 years ago.
been 2
Dude,
years.
the fucking full-size male gorilla had a hold of a child. Put that motherfucker down for sure.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what would have happened if he would have fucking just ate that baby's head?
Oh,
Like,
dude.
they would have been like, why didn't they shoot it? They had loaded guns. It's like, dude, fucking, it's a gorilla, bro.
That's a real thing. It's probably gonna happen.
I'm gonna take a baby's life over a gorilla's life every day of the week. Like,
See, now we gotta stick with the eerie or the killing things talk
oh yeah,
because we're
Yeah.
Scario this week. All right,
yeah.
now let's talk about that gorilla. What would have happened if you would have tranked it? Because people don't realize tranking isn't like an immediate it goes to sleep kind of thing.
No, you'd have
Yeah.
just pissed it
It
off.
takes
there,
about
fucking-
20 seconds.
Yeah, to
Little-
put it down, to get through the bloodstream and everything. Dude, he would have felt that dart going and started flipping out with the baby in his hand.
He would have felt that dart hit him and ripped that fucking baby in half like a tissue.
Yeah. He probably wouldn't even tried to do that. He probably would have just like fucking just started pounding the ground or pounding his chest, doing whatever.
Or
And
fucking
at
whipped that
least-
kid against the ground so
Oh,
hard
dude,
it fucking was a liquid.
Exploded.
Yeah, it could have,
Yeah.
dude.
You're
even
pretty
just,
much a water
even just not
balloon.
even thinking about it and just whipping his hands around with the baby still in his hand would have fucking killed it. Like,
Yeah.
or toddler it was, but same thing. Toddlers and babies are basically the same.
Do you think zoos are haunted because of how terribly animals are treated there until they die?
And like it's
Like-
just a bunch of animal ghosts.
Yes, and that's like why the polar bear is all skinny because he just stays up all
No.
night with the fucking ghosts of his ancestors.
Shark ghost, shoot it!
Dude, could you imagine a shark? Dude, that needs to be the next Sharknado movie. A shark,
Shark ghost.
Yeah.
Shark ghost.
Dude, a shark ghost would be one of the more terrifying things on the planet if that existed. A shark ghost. Could you imagine like being out on a raft? I don't know why you would be, but being on a raft in the ocean, drifted a little too far away, and then a fucking shark ghost. Was,
We best watch.
Oh,
This is shark ghost territory.
how do you catch a shark ghost?
I don't know.
I'd
You
love to
don't.
be the first one to do
You
it.
don't catch shark ghost.
Dude, use the if you've got the
call
Ghostbuster gun.
That's how you catch
Yeah.
shark ghost.
You guys want to hear something real fucked up?
What's that?
And might be the most contradictory thing about my beliefs.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I semi believe in ghosts
Yeah.
as an atheist.
I mean, Albert Einstein had some theory on that, I think. And he was an atheist, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was like Israeli, but I don't think he was actually Jewish. I'm pretty sure he was atheist. Well, he was German, but descended from Israel, and I don't know, man. I'm kind of the opposite. I think maybe some weird shit happens, but it's like a glitch in a video game and trying to recreate that glitch. Like, it's never going to be the exact same. Like, it's just glitches. I believe in that, but I don't believe that, like, fucking even 50 people in the country have really, truly experienced those glitches.
See, I
But I do believe in, like, spiritual shit, like God, for lack of a better word. I believe in God. Like, I believe in an afterlife. I don't think any of us have any clue what God or the afterlife is, but, like, I believe in it.
Goad. I don't know. I
Dom's over here like, oh man, these guys are retarded.
It got here.
What have I done?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I'm just
What do you
listening.
think about ghosts?
I think
Well,
shit can scare me, so
so-
I can get scared from the idea of something
Right.
being haunted.
Freak
if you
yourself
tell,
out,
freak
yeah.
myself out. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just freaking myself out, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really believe it. I guess day to day that there are ghosts around.
Yeah.
I don't really
But
believe in.
you've never had something happen to you where you just wondered? You're like, oh, shit, was that something? Like, why is that a noise? Or just like see something out of the corner of your eye?
No.
see again. I think that's just.
I've
that's
had
just
it
weird
happen,
shit
but once I
happen.
was like, I remember I read
When-
this Ghost Hunters book in like 7th grade, and it was some lady, I couldn't fucking tell you who it was, but she talked about if you're like looking for that shit, then every time you have an experience, you should go through your mind of every possible thing it could have possibly have been, and if you can't come up with anything, then you might have had this experience. And I don't know. There was a few times where I think you choose to let yourself go down that path if that's what I saw. You know, I believe you see something, but if you really thought about it, you could come up with a good explanation. But, like, it's fun to be like, no,
Oh, it's spooky.
that's a fucking ghost. You know, it's a lot of fun to do that, but I don't think that's, I don't think that's the case. Because I definitely used to, well, there is one I do have a story. I don't know if I've ever told it on the podcast or not. I think I have, about when I went into the abandoned pottery in Wellsville.
Oh, no.
There's literally, dude,
This is ghost talk.
fucking,
talk.
fucking hand to the ceiling, I'll say. Hand to the ceiling. I can't come up with an explanation for this, and I'd love to, like, bring it up. Okay, so bring it up with the people that I was with, who I don't talk to any of them anymore hardly. So it used to be my cousin Chris and I were seeing these girls. One was from Liverpool, one was in Wellsville, but they were both like best friends. This is back like high school, like sophomore, junior year. And they were really good friends. So they'd go down, and then like my cousin Chris and I, who were always really close, we'd go down, we'd hang out with them. And one of the places we could hang out, because the one chick wasn't allowed to see me because like I was like scary punk rocker. But we used to go into this abandoned pottery and hang out. And like nothing crazy went on. We were just fucking being kids, fucking stupid shit. And I remember Chris and Casey split off, and they're doing whatever the fuck. I mean, it probably doesn't take a whole lot of imagination. Me and this chick, we never, did anything like that, but we were like hanging out or whatever. And then we were like on the bottom level, and we hear this noise, and we're like, fuck, like thinking like this could be a cop, you know what I mean? Because we're being loud, we're slamming shit. Like, you go far enough back, you can't, dude, that pottery was huge. Anyway, we hear something and we pop out, and there's this kid. He's probably about 12, 13 years old, maybe a little younger. And he's like dressed like normal, I guess. He's got like a coat on, and he's got like a backpack, whatever. And we're thinking, okay, it's just a kid, like after school hanging out. So we go up, and he like ducked behind something, but we saw him, and we're like, okay, like we'll go let him know it's cool, And so we're like, oh, hey, what's up, blah, 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 talking to him, kind of like, we're still kind of freaked out, but we don't want him to be freaked out because we're, And like the first thing he says is like, I have weapons in my backpack. And I'm thinking, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, we're not, you know what I mean? We're not going to fucking do anything. Like, we're just in here, whatever. So Chris and his girlfriend at the time come down. And I swear to fucking God, this is something you guys need to make a note of. his name, I think I'm going to say his name was Alex, the kid. And, you know, we get to know him. We introduce ourselves. Me and my girlfriend at the time introduced ourselves. And they come down and they introduce themselves. And I remember for a fact, Chris's girlfriend, who is still like somewhere in the circles of my friends today, looked him dead in the eye, waved, and said, "Hi, I'm Casey. How do you do?" Or whatever the fuck, because she always talked way smarter than she was. We were all talking about leaving. I was the one with the car and the keys. And we were all talking about leaving. And he just like looked at me. The kid, Alex, I guess was his name. And we just started talking. He's like, "Hey, man, let me show you something. I got something pretty cool back here." I was like, "All right." For whatever fucking reason, I start following this kid. And I'm not talking like, dude, we go up some steps. We go past like this ladder with the silo up into like a kitchen area. Back, there's this huge room with like carts all through it. We go back there and there's like a second kitchen area. And we're going back like fucking, took us probably a good 5 minutes, literal 5 minutes of walking. Probably the other side of the pottery. And then there's kind of like this like foreman's office or whatever. And there's like an area up top, like that's got boards or whatever. And the kid's like, "All right, come up here." And for whatever reason, like I'm not turning back. Like there's shit cell phone reception. And he's like, "Come up here. I have to show you something." And I'm like, for whatever reason, about to do it. And then my phone starts ringing. I look down and I have like 6 voicemails. And like my phone's ringing again. And I answer it. And they're like, "Where the fuck did you go?" And I'm like, "This kid, he had to like show me." And they're like, "What the fuck? You get back here. We got to go." Like, okay. So I start coming back and I'm like, "Oh, my friends are waiting." And I realize how fucking weird this is and how fucking far back we look. And this kid's half my size, 5 years younger than me. But he's like, "But I have to show you." And I start getting freaked out. And he starts like, "But I had to show you something," like mad. I'm like, "Oh no, I better get stepped." And I start like walking away and he starts fucking screaming at me. "I fucking had to show you something. Go back here." And he's like screaming at me and I'm like walking and it took me like fucking 5 minutes. I thought I got lost. I was getting fucking scared. I finally see the exit. I walk out. I see them waiting by my car. They're like, "Where the fuck did you go?" I said, "With that kid, Alex, blah, blah, blah." My girlfriend at the time remembered. Those two were like, "What are you talking about? There was no fucking," like to this day, there was no kid. I'm fucking with them, making it up. And me and that ex-girl don't talk at all. But to them, I'm making it up. They never fucking saw no kid, blah, 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 blah. They fucking introduced themselves to this kid. And I fucking like had conversations and followed this kid to the other side of the pottery. Like, and the chick I was with at the time, I'm sure to this day, she hates my guts, I'm sure. But to this day, I guarantee she'd testify, yeah, that kid we talked to him. And my cousin and his girl to this day would testify, no, that never happened. They're making it up. I'm fucking shaky a little bit right now talking about
Jesus
it.
Christ, that's the fucking creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Did it keep screaming as you're walking away?
Yeah, he's like screaming. And again, this kid's like 12, 13 years old. I'm 17. And I'm big as shit. And I like got my mohawk and my fucking studs and he's screaming at me. You know, after saying he had weapons on him and shit. Like, at the very least, this kid was creepy and was trying to do something that was creepy. There was something creepy about it. Like, I don't know if it was supernatural,
like,
but
fucking
like,
take your soul, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fuck.
God damn, that's upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel right about that.
That's
like,
a weird story.
That is. That pottery got torn down, too. A few years after that.
Thank
like
God.
a year or two
Alex
after
is
that.
still
Thank God.
there.
I hope he's dead in that
He's
river.
Yeah.
That
Totally
devil
alive.
fucking child. I hope they pushed him right into the river.
Welcome back to Ghost Chat.
Jesus Christ.
You see him floating down the river like a toilet bowl. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was terrifying to me. That's still like, I still like, I don't believe in supernatural shit, but I swear to God, I don't have an answer for that. I swear to, like, I can't think, other than, I know my cousin's girlfriend at the time had bad eyes, and my cousin at the time would have said anything she said, just like I would have, like, not hating we were fucking 16, 17 years old. Like, yeah. So, but she said hi to him, and she introduced him. Like, that's why that's important.
Maybe
like,
they're just
she
freaked out
fucking
and they're just like,
introduced
nah, it
herself.
didn't happen. They're just they just forgot
Trying to block it out.
Block it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Could be.
Did
Could be.
Did I ever tell you guys about my sister's ghost story?
Uh-uh.
All right. So growing up, my sister and I, like, we were always like on that, like, I've seen shit and I know I've seen shit. I felt it and I know I felt it. But no one else knew what the fuck we were talking about besides each other. It's like, it's one of those feelings like you never feel quite alone. You know what I mean?
I know what
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah.
Like you just feel like you always feel energy, or maybe like sometimes more than other. Like it's just a weird feeling that we always had, and then like we were both weird. Like we'd have to sleep with all the doors shut, because anything would wake us up, like that kind of weird shit, and just to make you feel safe.
I see.
And so she would always like say like eventually she was sleeping out on like the couch, because she didn't always sleep in her room. She just was one of those kind of people. And she would see a little boy walk out and like just like into the kitchen and everything. And she said this little boy looked just like our brother as a child. Like a 5 or 6 year old.
Okay.
And like she would see it, and then before she had time to process it, it would run away. And like she's seen it numerous times, and even me staying there, like I've always felt like something was just outside the fucking door. You know that feeling?
Yeah.
I hate that fucking feeling.
I get it once in a while, but not all the time though. Not
get
like
it.
that.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
But so like I would stay there and I would get that feeling too, but like we never said anything about it. And I guess one time she brought it to my mom, and found out that she was a twin in utero.
What?
Bum.
Yeah. So
Bum.
she said she's like felt this thing following her almost her entire life. Like she's seen it in multiple houses.
Yeah.
It's just always the same scenario, but like she said, it looked just like our brother. Just yeah. So
That is creepy.
yeah, that's how she found out she was a twin.
Huh. Dude, Dom, didn't you have something happen out at Gretchen's once upon a time?
I mean, yeah, actually,
Yeah, a couple times,
we
right?
had something like.
Because I remember I
something
invited you out to
yelled.
Gretchen's a couple times, and you were like, "Mm-mm."
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
That's because that place does freak me out. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know though if it's spirit
Or just a couple of fucked up people try to
exactly.
run away too fast.
Yeah,
and their
I've
face
seen,
meets
like,
the pavement.
the hills have eyes and wrong turn and shit, and I don't trust people, so I'm not going somewhere that's all dark and you got to walk back some long ass path at night.
Gotcha.
No, not for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
I can't handle it.
I
And-
can't.
and we
I
did
can't
hear
do the
something.
woods at night. That ain't.
Oh, dude, it's the most peaceful thing in the world to me. You know,
I
and
know,
maybe
I fucking
maybe that's
hate
why,
wolves
dude.
and
Maybe oh, you're not gonna run into. There's too much like people. Like
Not around here, and you got to go like way out in the woods.
I mean, if
you're
I
gonna
went
fucking-
like to the top of Ondergreen Trail and like went back past the campsites and went like probably a mile back there, I'd probably have to worry about coyotes,
oh, for sure.
maybe black bears if I go much further. But like if you're just going to the lock and back, dude, there's people there all the fucking time. Coyotes aren't gonna come around there unless they're fucking starving. Some weird shit going on in the pack, which is possible. Which is why
Listen, son, I know more
I think
about
I
coyotes
think I
than
wanna
anyone
start-
ever.
I think I want to start. I think I want to start next time I go back there. I want to bring my pistol with me, just because like a lot of times if I go in certain woods, not public woods, but a lot of like personal woods, like every time I go hunting, I bring my pistol.
Oh, absolutely.
And like if I'm going on like again like private property, people who I know who they are and like they just have land or whatever. Anytime I go back into the woods, I bring a pistol. Like I'm probably not going to need it. I guarantee I won't need it. Like maybe for my whole life I'll never need it. But God, dude, you hear stories, man. Like I know people.
Exactly.
I know people who know people who know people who died in the fucking woods one way or the other, and sometimes a pistol would have helped. So
It's probably Bigfoot.
yeah, probably. Bigfoot probably starts eating you alive, asshole, first.
That's not my worry, my
does.
friend. That's not my worry at all.
Scroachy ass.
No, you never heard why I'm fucking terrified of Bigfoot?
Why?
Because I'm fucking scared to goddamn death of being raped to death by Bigfoot.
Well, I'm scared to
Oh.
death about being raped by an elephant, but I don't think I don't put that in my head. Like that would
Don't
be
know why.
scary, but
I just feel like I don't like things that could make me do things that I don't want to do.
Like a hippo could fuck your whole shit up. Like,
You know how women feel about
Like, what do
men?
you mean? Like, what do
That's
you think?
real.
Bigfoot's gonna tell you to drop your pants?
No, I figure
I said drop them.
I worried he's gonna like hurt me to the point where I can't stop him from taking it, like Weinsteining me, like or Cosbying me, but with like
He's just
violence.
gonna take. He's gonna do this. He's gonna fit his whole hand around your waist and just go "Rrr," and just fuck you.
Yeah,
Do you
he's gonna
think-
use me as a pocket pussy.
Do you
That's what
think-
I'm
That's exactly what he's gonna
essentially.
do.
do you think that you're that handsome that a majestic creature like the Ohio grassman would come and waste his time with a wretch like you?
Waste his seed.
He waste his seed.
You actually think he'd use your asshole to beat himself off?
It's my nightmare.
Well,
No, I don't want to be mauled by anything. I don't want to be mauled to death by anything, and I feel like,
no, me either.
and I feel like it's kind of like that gorilla thing. Like I know that like I might last 5 seconds if the gorilla's merciful. It's one of those kind of scenarios for me.
Yeah, I feel that. I guess the only thing I'm scared of is like, when it comes to wood stuff, like I do plan on going elk hunting within the next few years. There's a spot about 3 hours from here up in like northern Pennsylvania that I didn't really even know had this, but they've introduced about 5 years ago, they introduced a small number of elk in like the northern and like the central northern part of Pennsylvania. And now they're populated enough to where you can hunt them, but that's also bear country. So,
You're gonna have to fight a bear for a fucking elk.
well, I mean, I think I would want to save up for, or at least know somebody who has a Smith & Wesson 500. I don't think I'd ever go hunting without one if I'm in bear country for real.
So you can put a bear down.
That's a 50 caliber handgun.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing will put a bear down in one shot.
I want a
It'll-
Desert Eagle.
Might break my fucking wrist. Like, there's people who've been shooting pistols all their lives and developed all those muscles who shoot them like 4 times and they're like, I'm done. But I want to shoot it like once or twice in a controlled setting to know its power, and then just literally, I'm gonna be where bears are. I better have this, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a high powered rifle as well. You need one for an elk. I have a 30-06. It's beautiful. I love it.
But if that thing closes in, I mean, it's always nice.
Oh, dude, I could still hit it with the 30-06. I just got to kind of like pretend there's iron sights on it, look under the scope. I'd fucking hit a bear in 20 feet, no problem. But if it gets much closer than that, it might be quicker to drop my 30-06 and fucking pull up a revolver.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Screaming like a girl the entire
dude,
time.
I've seen people hit bears with bear mace and still get fucking mauled. Like,
Yes.
bear mace don't do shit, homie.
That's-
Like, maybe fuck up some humans, but like if
Yeah,
a bear's, if it's like the most likely chance to get attacked by any type of bear is if it's a mama with her cubs. And mace is not gonna fucking anything that's not killing her is not gonna put her down.
That's going to blind her so you can hopefully get a better shot in.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
about it,
pretty
you know?
much.
That's
Yeah, you
like,
might be
this
able to
is
step to the
this is
side.
so I can, get a better shot.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Do some fucking Willie Parker, juke that ass real quick, and then fucking put her down. But
Just so we're clear, and if it ever becomes an issue, I would rather be dead than disfigured or retarded. So, like,
I think so too.
Yeah.
if anything ever happens to me, like where I'm mauled and like, oh, there's brain damage, or oh, they ripped his dick off and he's in a coma,
Put him down.
smother me.
I think I might be okay being disfigured. I just wear a ski mask all the time and like live on welfare and hang out with my close friends and play video games and smoke cigarettes all day. Like, that's one of the things that keeps me going is that if I ever like get acid thrown on my face or like some horrible shit, I'll let myself smoke cigarettes again because I'm not gonna sing with a mug like that. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever.
Hell,
I'll
am I
just-
gonna die of cancer?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm
Unloved.
gonna die. Like, fuck that. I still got GTA 6 to look forward to it. You know what I mean? All the cool UFC shit happening. Like, no one's. I probably. You guys would probably stop hanging out with me if I was.
Yeah,
like,
I can't look at that.
Yeah, even if I had a ski mask, it's like this is sad.
I
Like,
could see through
it's
the
like
eye
he's,
holes.
he's totally fine, but he should still be in a hospital for whatever reason.
If you're wearing a
that
ski
mug.
mask, you're wearing sunglasses too, because I can't see your not eyelids.
Yeah, I would put it this way. I would at least give it a shot. I would get cigarettes, play video games, whatever. And if it got too sad, then yeah, I'd fucking kill myself. But I'd give it a shot though.
No,
I'd give it a shot.
no.
Retardation, I can't now. If I'm not me anymore, I don't want to live. You know what I mean?
No. That's just.
If I got knocked retarded by like fucking talking too much shit to John Jones while I was drunk or whatever, and he just fucking head kicks me into fucking.
Yeah.
He head kicks
Now
me.
I can't do math.
He head kicks me into it. I already can't do math. He head kicks me into. He head kicks me into an extra chromosome. Like fucking put me down. You know.
Yeah, real pretty lady kind of shit.
Yeah. Fucking just take me out back and let me talk about some rabbits while you put one between my fucking in the back of my head.
Look at the flowers, Leroy.
Yeah, exactly. Because what's the point of living if you're not you anymore? Like I could, if you were born like that, fine, because that's you.
Yeah, that's-
you know, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
fine.
But if you're like,
I mean,
one
not all
way
of
and now
them,
you're
but, like-
another.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I get you,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and there's varying degrees. There's some people who kind of come back from that shit and they're not totally retarded, but they're not normal anymore. And like, I could still see living there.
I know a girl. That
Really?
happened to, yeah.
That's
They're
it's-
flickering.
she's not.
The,
She's not.
the
the-
lights flickering, but
She's
like,
there, but she's not the same person. She
Yeah.
used to be.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Still has like auto function. Like she can still do all that shit, but she is not the same person.
Yeah.
She's
No.
completely different.
I knew a guy. Well, I knew a kid when I was in grade school get hit by a car, and like, then like later on in life, I'm pretty sure like he was one of those people who were like cutting up rabbits and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Holy fuck. This is
I
still
could be
scary,
that could
by
be
the way.
totally
Yeah, it
be
is.
like a rumor, but like I'm pretty sure that was a fact.
Some rumors are based in fact, you know.
I don't think
Some.
he's around anymore, and if
Dude,
he
how
is, he's
about-
definitely in prison.
How about there's some fucking this is going on in the news from the punk scene. There's some couple of fucking oogles from North Carolina
Googles.
who were fucking kidnapping people's cats and torturing them and shoving like breaking their legs around poles and shoving syringes in them and shit.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
and posting
Jesus.
pictures of it on Instagram and Facebook. So they're in Asheville right now, and I got some people down that way that are like actively looking for them. Like,
Night, motherfucker, when they find you.
dude, like I'm not a cat person. I love all animals though. Like even deer, I'll shoot deer, but I fucking love deer in a different way. But like I'm not put it this way. I will never shoot a fawn. Like I'm never going to shoot a doe with babies. Like
Yeah.
I'm only going to shoot the 5 to 6 year old buck whose future is either dying slowly and painfully or getting eaten asshole first by something bigger than it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll take that one after he's reproduced and lived a full life and let him go to sleep out of nowhere. Like, and that's the best tasting meat anyway. But to fucking torture an animal, like Jesus Christ, I'll hunt some animals, especially one with fucking paws like that, like a little one that's not going to do anything to anything but some rats. Like, there's no point. Like nothing. I get like I could at least wrap my head around like you're a fucked up sadistic person. But, like, what's the logic behind it? Killing a cat. There's no logic. There's literally trying to
See,
feel
power over something.
That's
That's
superior.
exactly
You're
what
just
it
being
is.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
No,
starts
see, like,
off
I
little
feel-
and works its
Like,
way
if they
up.
did that to bears, I'd be like, that's fucked up, but I respect you because that's badass. Like, you fucking fucked up a bear and wrapped it around a pole and stuck a needle in its tongue
Yeah,
or
well,
whatever.
fuck
like-
bears anyways. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
fuck
They don't have no
bears,
rights.
dude.
Yeah,
They're
but yeah, I
godless
saw the
killing-
pictures of that.
It's not
and I
like
was
they're a
man,
dog or a
They're
cat.
godless killing machines.
Yeah.
They deserve to die. But
I saw the pictures. I was like, why'd I uncover this photo? I do it every time. And I'm just like, why'd I uncover this fucking photo?
I'm
on
disappointed
Facebook?
in whoever posted this and me for looking at it.
Yeah, like, oh, man, this is tragic.
They
and-
told me what it was, and I
Yeah.
looked anyway.
No, it was. I just saw the post getting shared around because that shit got taken down in seconds. But the screen grabs got put up and people just putting their names on blast and like their fucking like real names. No, I'm Stinker from fucking nowhere. Let me ride a train. Like fucking.
Jeez.
Like
These
the
are
real
people in-
names.
These are people that like are adjacent to your scene, aren't they?
Yeah, they
Ugh.
they pop in and out. Some of them are fucking the coolest people you ever meet. Some of them are that.
Ew.
You know, I busted one up that was like that. I don't know if I ever told you guys. Like he swung on Theo, so I fucking clapped them cheeks. I whooped that dude's ass, dude. I was fucking in the middle of singing a song. I dropped the mic, jumped off stage, and fucking like I split his fucking under his eye. I split his shit under his eye was split open. He was bleeding. I fucking pounded that motherfucker. He tried to knee my dude Krusty Dave in the face, and then he took a swing on Theo, and I was like, crack. And then like 3 dudes pulled me off. I'm like, is it fucking done now? Grab the mic, finish the set. Boom. I'm like, gee. Dude, I got like 10 people who can attest to that too. No bullshit. Like if you guys come to the Fallout Shelter show, that's where it happened. So there's definitely going to be like 10 people there that, oh yeah, I was there that night. It was fucking crazy. Like that's how like a lot of people from Pittsburgh know me. And it's funny because like I think that's the only time I got into a fight at a show.
My
So
favorite.
that's not me, but
My favorite thing about adding Leroy to the show, by the way, is that we went out and got us a Joey Diaz. Listen to you talk. Tell me about the time I got into a fight on stage.
yeah, dude.
Let me tell you something, dog.
That's what I live for. So that way, when I'm his age, I got stories. you
Yeah.
know?
Just keep having a bunch of weird shit.
I got
happen.
crazy shit on deck too for like 5 years from now. Like I don't feel comfortable talking about it right now. Like I got some crazy shit on deck all the time.
We're saving some shit.
I mean, I'm saving some shit for sure. Like I don't feel comfortable saying it ever.
Gotta let it age a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
Gotta
in
let it
five-
be funny because it's not funny. Like me getting into a fight isn't funny. 4 or 5 years later, it's hilarious. Because like I'm not a fighter. I'm not a tough guy. It's just like, dude, you swing on you swing on me or my friends, I'm gonna fucking fight. Like I'm not good at it, but we're gonna fight.
Absolutely. Even- Like
I'm probably bigger than you, so we're gonna fight. Like, that's an incentive. Like,
I'm at an age now where like I don't want to fight, but that's not going to stop me from instigating one every once in a while.
yeah, I'll never instigate a fight.
Just I
don't
would
like
never
it.
do
I
it
don't
to like
like
an innocent person, but if someone's out like somewhere being an asshole,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
fuck
gonna
with
put them
them.
in check.
I can see. Where
I'm
you're
gonna
coming
fuck
from
with
there.
them until they get mad enough to swing on me or fucking leave.
Yeah, usually they'll leave.
Yeah, take a swing. It'll be fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've been in a few fights, but like I don't like to. I've never
No,
liked to
no one
fight.
fucking likes it.
And it's not like,
It does
dude, when you're
suck.
17, you're like, yeah, I've fucking been in fights before. But now when you're 26, it's like, okay, either I'm going to tell the story about how I got my ass kicked or I'm going to tell the story about how I kicked someone's ass.
And now I
And
feel
if you-
bad about it.
And,
a little
and,
bit.
and yeah, and it's like, you're not going to fucking, like 26 and you're talking about fights you've been in, you dick. Like, I know I just did it 5 minutes ago. But I I made that a little
But that was
funny,
a different.
I think.
That's
that
a
was a
different thing.
justified one.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
You know, you're talking about like dudes that go
Oh,
like,
dude, this
let's
one
meet
time-
up, and like you're in your 20s, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I want to start picking fights with people at, like double park and shit. Like
Really?
I get what you're saying
That'd be
too.
funny.
dude, I hate going out in public so much because of the people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're just-
absolutely.
They're fucking inconsiderate,
Yes.
and that goes like from the way they won't get the fuck out of the way, or walk slow, or playing with their phone in like the middle of an aisle, all the way down to like fucking hygiene. They are inconsiderate. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
This is why fucking Amazon is destroying everyone, because it be somewhere along the line someone said, "Oh, only God can judge me." Well, fucking wrong, people.
Tupac said that.
Yeah, sorry. Pac was fucking wrong because you should be judged harshly.
I don't think he was meaning people who are fucking retarded bovine going in and out of Walmart being fucking eating frozen fake ass corn all day.
Nah, they
like he
were
wasn't
not
talking
on
about
his
them.
level.
He was
No.
talking about having to do some gangsta shit for the greater good.
Yeah. I got to pay some fucking bills.
Yeah, exactly. I got to take care of my mama and my baby.
I got to buy diapers.
Yeah, that's not only God could judge me. You eat popcorn, chicken, and post memes. Sit the fuck down.
It's those fuckers that got the nigga turning in his grave.
Yeah, for real. And they always got the rosary and the fucking only God can judge me across the fucking top of the like praying hands with the rosary.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That was Pac's tattoo, not your fucking shitty $60 deal tattoo, bro.
You got it at a kitchen
table.
We
Yeah.
already got into this fucking debate, me and
Yeah.
that fucking idiot.
I'm not gonna lie. Half my right arm was done on a fucking kitchen table. But I mean, it's okay. It's not great. But I was also, you know,
Young
I don't
as
know.
fuck?
It's well, not only that, but it's also like original shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Everything I got ever I thought of.
yeah. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's
Except
some people
the Ohio
start-
with the crossbones. That was someone else, but I thought I had to have that Ohio because I travel with the band and I want to represent Ohio, and it's fucking the state of Ohio with crossbones. That wasn't my idea, but that was like he sold that idea to me, and he didn't do it on anyone
See,
else. So
I'm not naive enough to think that everybody has to start somewhere. But like when it starts there and it ends there, because you don't want to get a real job and you'd rather fucking push ink for $50 a day.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's the fucking shit I have a problem with.
tattooing your friends safely and cleanly
To
in
learn
a nice
and get
environment. To
practice.
like, hey man, I'm good at drawing. do you care if I give you maybe kind of a shitty tattoo, and like one day when I get good enough, I'll cover it if it needs be, but I need the practice. Like,
Let me
that's
see your
different.
fucking thigh.
I won't
Yeah.
dig this shit in too deep.
Yeah,
Won't
exactly.
make it too dark.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to be the first, but I will be your fucking 30th.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
I kind of like my tattoo sleeve, half sleeve rather, that was kitchen table done, because that dude was doing tattoos forever. He had his own shop at one point, got closed down. Joey Mushroom.
that dude's
you know.
fucking legit.
Yeah, a
I've
lot
seen
of
him
people
put out
don't
some-
like him.
Mine,
A lot
yeah.
of people don't like him in the tattoo world, but it's like I feel like me and that dude have a lot in common in some ways. Like, I don't know. I just always, I don't hate. I still like my tattoos. Put it that way.
Yeah,
I
no,
think that's all
that
that
guy had a
matters.
shop. He was
Same
fucking
here.
legit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. He did your tattoo. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I always forget you have a tattoo. Like 3 days ago, I'm in traffic and I randomly thought Dom has a tattoo. Like, I swear, but like,
welcome
Hell,
to
it still hits
ADD.
me
Yeah.
every now and then. I take my shirt off at night and like, I'm like, what the fuck?
what the fuck? Dude, I swear,
got
to
it.
God,
What was this?
I still do that, and I got it, dude. I don't know if you ever saw my chest piece, like half my chest
I
piece.
did see it
in
recently.
Yeah. Like I fucking forget about that all the time because I'm
strayed
always
from the
wearing
path.
t-shirts. Huh?
We strayed from the path.
I
We're
have
not doing us. We're
I
not
have a
doing
ghost
us.
tattoo now.
A ghost tattoo.
I got tattooed by a ghost.
Oh shit! Can you see it? Let me see it.
You can't.
Uh,
Only the ghost can see it.
Gross.
Only the ghost can see it.
Ghost ink.
Oh my god.
Poppers out there barking. Is that a ghost dog?
It's a ghost dog.
Ghost dog.
By the way, when I was younger, I did get this like ghost hunt guide to ghost hunting. Again, 7th grade, 6th grade, whatever. Don't judge me. But there was like a rating. There was like every type of ghost you could run across, and then like it went from least scary to most scary, and then like the least scary was like scare rating 4 out of 10 animal ghosts, and it's like if you had a pet and he dies, and then like people were reported their pet comes into their room and sleeps by their feet every night, and blah blah blah, and I'm like 4 out of 10. I'm like, that's a 4? How is that even fucking scary? Like, you'll get used to it after a couple
Right.
days. Like, it's like when Debo dies, the
love
first
that.
couple times, you know what I mean? I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But like after a week and it's Debo and he curls up and lays, I'm like, okay, I guess fucking I don't get 90% of my bed ever again.
Even in death.
Yeah, but then then it's like the scariest one. It was like a revenge ghost or some shit like that. It was fucking retarded, but it was for 6th graders. But it was a 9 out of 10. That was it. That was the highest rated. It's like, what's a 10 out
What's
of
a
10?
10
then?
out of 10?
Where's the 10? Is it like demon ghost? Like, come on, give me the sauce. This is why I got this book. I don't
Satan.
need
10 out of
read
a
this
10.
shit.
Satan's 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10 out of 10
yes.
is just a copy of The Exorcist.
praise his name. Fucking send you to fucking vacation Bible school after you finish reading the last chapter. I got the whole world in his hands. Like, God is the scariest ghost because of the fear of God. Because the
'Cause he
fear of God
judges
should
you.
exist in every mortal man. Praise his name. Turns into that.
This is Bible talk.
Now that you're properly scared, would you like to go to paradise?
Come to teach a man to fish Nazarene Church every Sunday, 9 to 11. Come pray with us,
Come
neighbor.
pray with the good scriptures of the Lord, and we sing and praise His name.
The best preacher
Please
is a
don't
Southern
be-
gay man.
I like how we can't take anything seriously for 5 minutes.
Fuck
it
no.
always evolves into us like slandering it. Or imitating it as an effeminate southerner.
Praise his name. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
We can't have anything nice.
Please don't enter this house to worship if you've done sodomy. Please don't.
Now this will conclude
My mother
today's
does not
service.
suck dicks in hell, you little dickens.
Now this will conclude today's service. We have sandwiches and we have popsicles out there on a hot southern day. We got cola in the in the freezer waiting for y'all.
We'll do your exorcism.
It's hotter.
We're not judgy like them Catholics.
Don't let your
face
kids
hurts
dress
so
up on
bad.
Halloween. It is Halloween, not Halloween. It's Halloween. Praise his name. Got sandwiches, milk and juices. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Does
I feel
anyone-
like-
Adults.
Do either of you guys have a ghost story? You never.
At least tell the story about when
The only
I
ghost
can't remember
I
if
have is
and I don't want to
Jesus.
offend if it was Mariah or Morgan scorpioned.
Whoa,
Like that'll
what?
at least be
Mariah.
funny. Yeah, I thought so.
Yep. So it was. We were out at Gretchen's. I forget who all was with us.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we were. We were finishing this story.
Yeah.
Full
yeah.
circle.
So yeah, we went back to the lock. We were on our way back from the lock, and then we started hearing a bunch of wailing and screaming and shit. And
Wow.
we didn't know if it was, somebody screwing around or something scarier. So we started walking a little faster, got all the way to the parking lot, and then we're like, it's probably just somebody screwing around, whatever. And then as we're looking back, because we were facing back towards the woods, with our back towards the cars, because that's how she's scorpion. We hear this really, it sounded creepy, like a screeching scream. Like it was weird. So we all were like, whoa, what the fuck? And everybody just turned to run. I don't know what she did. She turned, lost her footing, and just went from her feet, scorpion straight down to her face. Like she rolled all the way down her body to her face, and then her feet was like up over her head, scorpion.
Damn.
And it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck come on, let's go. You can't be down right now.
So hard that she fucking.
Yeah, that she lost her footing and boom, scorpion.
My God.
Oh, fucking. And I know Mariah. That's what makes this funny. I love her to death. I've always we've been friends forever. Like no hate there. But like if
No,
you would have
no,
fell and busted
absolutely.
her face like that, it'd still be hilarious.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
nothing against her at all.
Oh,
I'm sure she still laughs about
Oh,
it
I'm
because
sure.
yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah, it was
Nobody's gonna deny that, and she's not gonna deny the scorpion. So there you have it.
Oh, it's funnier when things get hurt.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course. Watch it be like a fucking, like a beaver just like got scared of you guys. Like, and then you go,
Yeah, that's just
"Oh,
the
that's
noise
Gretchen." Boom. Beaver's already halfway down the creek. You guys are fucking busting faces and running.
That's just the noise they make when they're scared.
Yeah.
It sounds like a woman screaming.
There is an animal that is like that. I can't remember what it is. Or like a child crying. I think it's rabbits. It's something fucking you wouldn't expect. Like
Yeah.
it's something like a critter makes a weird noise. Not like an animal, but a fucking critter makes like a scary either child or woman screaming or something. It's crazy.
I think it's a rabbit you're thinking of. Actually.
It might be,
I
yeah.
think it is too.
Yeah.
Like this, like it's a blood curdling scream.
Yeah. I think it might be rabbit. And groundhogs. One time Derek and I were out fishing. This is kind of scary, but I mean, it's okay. It could be scary or it could be funny because I mean, like two wild animals fighting to the death happened, but it's kind of funny because we were a little freaked out. We were down state line. We were fishing, and it was like in the middle of summer, and it was like we went like specifically night fishing, and it's probably about 2:30 in the morning. Down there, being quiet, whatever, just, talking about whatever. And then we hear like, and that's fucking two raccoons, and then they start, you just hear them like fucking like, goddamn Vin Diesel versus Steven Seagal all over the fucking hillside across the creek. Fucking like fucking thump slide. And like,
Are they fucking? Or?
No, they're fighting.
Oh, okay.
They were
Okay.
fucking
Beating the
fighting. Like
shit
you
out
could
of each
tell. And then you just hear splash, huge splash, and then just like you just hear silence, and then you hear. And like one runs away. It's like I just imagine them like a ball of fucking Tasmanian devil shit of like fist and fury, and then just like one just like realizes
Dust and just like fists.
Oh,
flying
fuck.
out.
Yeah, or just realized he was like rolling downwards and realized there's water right there, and I just imagine the other raccoon just like holding him underwater. I don't know if that's what happened, but yeah, it was that shit was like as soon as we just heard. Like that was a wrap. We started dying laughing.
And that raccoon's like, I just killed a guy.
That's exactly.
Pretty much.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to tell someone he fucking drowned.
Have you guys ever seen geese fight? Geese fighting is actually kind of gangster. The way they like go into the water and like kind of ice skate around. It's like, what's up? There's a lot of and, like fucking wings coming out, like for real, like sup, bro, like, and then they just like fucking like float closer and they start nipping at each other and like flapping towards each other and just start fucking with each other. Like I saw a couple geese fight. I don't know. Fucking then they flew away and the other ones were like, yeah, bitch, what's up? And like chase them down. And then they like came back and they got to their spot all gangster. They landed. They were sliding around like, yeah, what's up? Walked up on the island and shit. It was crazy. That was a fisherman's trail out by Gretchen's. That shit was funny. Dude, nature is fucking crazy. Like, do you guys fucking hang out in the woods
shit.
ever? Dude, no. This is animals fucking territory fighting and like living
What's
their
that
lives.
thing from? Damn, nature, you're crazy.
Damn, nature, you scared. Yeah, nature's fucking pretty. It is pretty cool. I like it.
Jesus.
Yeah, you spend enough time out there, you see some shit.
That's why I stay indoors.
I always like. Yeah, I know.
I should
Yeah,
get
fuck
back
outside.
out.
You ever witnessed a
outdoors.
cat fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
terrifying.
Cat fights.
I
are
live in
fucking,
East End, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I would say
1,000 feral cats everywhere.
Yeah,
It's fucking disgusting.
cat
there.
fights, dude. They fight to the death.
Dude,
If cats want to,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kill those
Yeah,
fucking,
some
they
will.
want to fuck each other up.
Especially like feral cats.
Yeah,
Didn't
and then that's
fucking
when you hear
Darius have
fucked
a
up
feral
noises.
cat for a while? That was a fucking feral cat.
Oh, it had to have been.
Yeah,
That bitch was crazy.
That is the, no, you remember that?
Oh
Fucking,
my
you're
God.
like,
He
I'll
locked
go
me in
deal
a-
with that
somebody.
fucking-
I think it was him. Locked me in a room with that bitch,
Dude,
and I ran to the
you
other
were
side
straight
of the room.
up.
Was
No,
trying
you
to climb out
walked
the window.
You walked in there like, fucking, yeah, what the fuck? I'll deal with this cat. We shut the door, and the cat goes, and you go, start about the door. You go, let me out. Fucking, we're all dying. Like, we were all holding the fucking door shut. Like, I was Darius when Blake busted my lip on accident with his elbow. You remember? And I was bleeding all over the place. Do you remember that shit?
No.
That was the same party. Yeah, we were all playing. It was the first wrestling game with Hell in a Cell in it. Yeah, that was later after the cat incident. You survived, clearly.
I just remember that you could probably
It
traumatize
was-
me with that night.
It was me, you, Blake, Darius, and T, I think his name was.
And down at the old house on College Street?
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
up by College Street anyway.
I can picture
I don't
it.
know
It's
if it was
just-
College Street, but it was down there. Yeah, we were all playing wrestling, and Blake like got up too fast and shot his elbow back and just hit me in the lip. Didn't even
Okay,
hurt.
yeah,
and then I
okay.
just felt warm. And
Yep.
then like, dude, I put my hand up for a second. My whole hand's covered in blood.
Oh fuck!
I was like, "Oh, Blake, you got me." He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, you got me." And like, there was like a pool of blood. It didn't hurt. I wasn't freaked out, and it was a total fucking accident. Blake wasn't even, it could have happened half a centimeter to the left, and it would have just been a quick, like nothing. But it fucking like perfectly, part of my lip like perfectly aligned with my tooth, and like my tooth just ripped the chunk out of my lip straight out. I didn't even feel
Oh fuck!
pouring blood everywhere. I'm feeling bad. I'm apologizing to Danielle for bleeding on her
Yeah,
carpet. And
that's
she's like,
what-
what the
yeah.
fuck are you talking about? I don't give a damn. Get fucking washed up. Like,
'Cause then you
she
walked
felt
to the
horrible.
kitchen and you were like
up into the
walking-
bathroom, yeah, and I have blood. Like, dude, I'm bleeding fucking everywhere. And I was legit missing a chunk out of my lip for a minute. That was pretty crazy.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's scary, I guess.
There it is. There's
I mean,
blood
none of
in
us
it.
are scared. It was an accident, but I remember fucking. I don't know if that was his dad or just, or his mom's boyfriend at the time, Danielle's boyfriend at the time. But he was like, "Oh, he's like dude love," because we were playing wrestling. Fucking
Dude
Mick
love.
Foley, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some shit. But yeah,
I
that
don't
fucking
remember
feral cat, like,
wrestling
oh,
shit
dude.
anymore, dude. That's been so long since I've watched any of that.
Oh, dude, I haven't fucking. Yeah.
got me.
I know a
was-
lot of shit about like Mick Foley, but I haven't watched that shit since like fucking like freshman year. I was like, all right, this is gay. I'm gonna go get pissy.
Brock Lesnar is doing what?
Yeah. I remember I tried to watch UFC a couple times when I was like little, and like Blake told on me. You know how he used to be when we were kids.
Oh
Is he
yeah.
Blake
narc?
told on me.
Oh yeah.
dude.
Blake told on me too. Don't worry.
Oh,
about
dude,
it.
he told. I lived with him, but he told on
Yeah.
me for watching UFC. I was like fucking. I was kind of young, but I mean, like, if I would have put on boxing, no one would have said shit. You know?
God damn, I didn't know Blake was like that.
I mean, when we were kids, yeah. You know, he's not like that now.
When it matters, motherfucker. Blake can't affect my life right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Blake.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he made it this far into the podcast.
Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't. He's a pretty routine guy. You know, he's got his routine and he sticks to it. And I don't know if this is part of the routine. It might be. He might call me Blake. Fuck you. We'll see.
I hope he does.
Now I'll know for sure.
Just tag us, Blake. If you ever hear this,
Yeah.
anytime in the future, just tag us and go, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
That's how
go.
you do that. All
Speaking
right.
of routine, like, what am I gonna do tomorrow with my drives? Like, I don't want to listen to myself talk.
You'd be all right.
Yeah, no, you will. I'm fucking narcissistic as fuck. I've listened to a bunch of episodes. I've listened to every goddamn episode I'm on. Like, dude, I listen to it half the time on the drive home. Like, but I'm sitting there like with a critical mind. Like, I do this too much. I'm not going to do that next time. Like,
Yeah.
it is. You know, it's
Okay.
not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so cool. Like,
Yeah, and that's the cool thing too is this will be out before you ever have a chance to go. Oh man, I don't want to hear that.
yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
Like
True.
you'll get home and you'll get a notification, and be like, oh fuck.
Dude, and that's the other thing too. Even to this day, every time I'm like, I feel like I said, even though I'm pretty good about, I haven't said something weird in like 100 years, but like I'll be like, I said something fucked up. I fucked up. I did something. You know what I mean? And
That's
then-
funny you said that though, because like I listen to us a lot too,
Yeah,
and I don't know.
yeah.
But I'll do the same thing. I'll like think about like I need to stop doing that because I'll like think about when I'm like I'm just like I'm fuckity fuck and I'm just like
Yeah,
I
when
need
I
to
use
stop
fuck like a
cussing all
comma.
See, I don't mind myself cussing too much, but I've noticed I say like way too much.
Yeah.
I say
Well,
like
you
about
can't
every 10
you
words
really
to
can't
See,
one.
control
thanks.
that
Now I'm
then.
gonna be listening to it and
Yeah.
just trying to listen for my damn self. Like, shut the fuck up, guys. I'm trying to listen to myself right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I saying?
Yeah.
Saying too
Just
much
like-
of this, too
In
little
a
of
few
that.
hours, you get to feel real bad about yourself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
But it kind of puts yourself in check for the rest of the world. At least it does for me. Like it kind of. I just said like again. I'm gonna hate myself because I'm not aware of it, but I said it 1,000 times tonight for sure.
It's
But it's just like it's just speech, you know. It's
Yeah.
like saying or you know what I mean. Like it just happens.
Feel it.
Smart people don't typically say
Exactly. Yeah. I never claimed
and
to
I
be
catch
super
myself
smart.
saying a lot.
Yeah. I never claimed to be real smart because I am where it counts. You know what I mean? Like
Boom.
I just said like again, but I
I am like smart.
I am like are smart.
I am smart.
That's how I feel half the
Alright,
time.
before we dip off here, because we're at an hour 10.
Okay.
We're there. We can't do scary more than an
It's
hour.
scary. Hold on, wait. I got something scary for you for that ass.
But
For
yeah,
that
but
ass.
before we go, we got to talk UFC because fucking
Yeah.
we cannot talk steak dinner before this happens.
Steak dinner.
My balls was hot.
So,
Oh, is he fighting?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fighting, dude. Within a month
Yeah.
turnaround too. That's
Yes.
like,
It's
but he's been
crazy.
training harder for this
Crazy.
fight than ever. And he trained a half hour a day, constantly. Now he's training 3 hours a day.
I
Wow.
fucking bet.
I
I
think
bet he
he's
comes
gonna
into here
look-
fucking.
I don't know if he'll win or not, but I guarantee he'll look better in this fight, unless he gets starched quick, which I don't see that happening. But I mean, he
No.
took a lot of damage in that last fight, though. That's why it's like, man, he needs time to recover from. He took a fucking hell of a beating that whole fight.
He did.
So if DC like one hit quits him, like I don't know, man. Like I get you did that to Stipe, but you gouged his eyes out first, and he didn't see it coming. And he was totally out for a split second, but like, and he was out for sure. That was a good stoppage. I'm not debating that.
Oh yeah.
But like, he wasn't like totally asleep. He was dazed, and then he's like, "Fuck!" and he knew immediately what happened. So
Yeah.
he wasn't totally separated from consciousness. So I don't know. I'm just bitching.
I think DC's gonna take it. I think he's gonna body shot him till he's on the ground,
I think you
and
might.
then he's gonna wrestle fuck him.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But that's something fucking Derek Lewis is good at, though, is getting up from being flat on his fucking back with a good grappler on top of him. He's gotten up a lot of times.
He is, but he's also notorious for getting fucking hit in the stomach and not being a big fan of it.
Yeah, that's true, too. And that's probably a huge part of his conditioning. You can be a big belly, like Roy Nelson has pretty decent conditioning.
I'm just saying there's a
Like-
hole right there in the front, and
Mhm.
I've seen it get fucking kicked and punched a whole bunch. And
Very true.
I know Daniel Cormier went, Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him in the stomach until he can't get up, and then I'm gonna wrestle fuck him.
I could see that. I could see that for sure.
But here's the thing: you got to get close enough to that man to fucking punch him in the stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
that's
get down.
Don't let him
gotta-
hit you.
You
Don't
got to
let
kind
him-
of leave yourself exposed a little bit swinging to the body, even if you're taking like a shot. Like you're leaving, you use your non-swinging hand to basically should go up by your ear, right? And your other hand is supposed to you're supposed to use your attacking shoulder to like block your chin over here when you're throwing like a right hook, we'll say. So like when you throw a right hook, if you're throwing it properly, you're throwing it like that. You're not like this, like at World Star videos. Like a real right hook is thrown like that. If you're throwing a body hook, you could still do this, but you're going down now. Unless you duck way down, I guess. But you're not going to... Once the fight starts going and you can't afford to think, you're just flowing with everything, like you're not going to think every time. And fucking Derek Lewis for sure has that one-hitter quitter.
Yeah. Who's to say Daniel doesn't see that fucking stomach, the big belly hole
I
that he
think,
glaringly has? And
I'm pretty sure... If I had to bet, I would say DC's going to win by at least decision.
But here's another thing. For the past year, I've been wrong about absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that... Well, I didn't see GS... It's pretty much from the
GSP on.
pay-per-view
Dude, that card
on. Like,
fucked me up because I was wrong on every fight on that card, too.
every single fucking one of them.
That's why that was my favorite card, too, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's because I love... But then again, like, 229 was up there for sure for me.
All right. November last year, there was a pay-per-view. 3 titles were on the line.
Yes, huge pay-per-view, obviously.
It was gigantic. I don't know how...
They weren't huge names, but it was like real fans like know the deal, and it's like, dude, these are going to be the fights to watch.
Okay.
Every one of those fucking champions lost. And we picked every one of those champions to win because they were all fucking dominant.
Yeah, completely unmatched, but they all fucking lost in fucking shocking fashion. First of all,
Any names you can throw out?
Joanna Jędrzejczyk or Joanna Champion lost to Rose Namajunas.
And Rose, that's what I was about to say. Was it
This-
the Rose fight?
Yeah,
This is
Because
when
I
Rose-
heard,
fucking
of course, of
Joanna was
Rose.
tearing every. She wasn't. It wasn't even
The
close
Boogie
how she
Woman.
was. Yeah, that made me cringe. But she wasn't. She was. Oh, that's a whole nother thing. That was her. The Boogie Woman is coming. She doesn't know what's coming. She fucking is Polish. But anyway, she was. I mean, she was picking apart everybody. Like it wasn't fucking close with anybody in the whole division for how long? Like she was up there with. She could have.
Since the inception of the strawweight
Yeah,
weight class.
she won the title off of Cookie Monster and then been the champion ever since. Rose Namajunas had kind of a salty record, but had a second win, was looking better, but it's still like Joanna's never looked bad. First round TKO.
Yeah.
First round fucking clocked her. And that's like Rose always had good ground game, so we're thinking like she's going to shoot or whatever. Joanna's an incredible Muay Thai kickboxer. So it's like, okay, Roses want this to go to the ground. No, Rose is trading with her and fucking winning the exchanges. And then just a fucking quick check left hook out of fucking nowhere. Boom. Put her down, ground and pound, they get back up. Boom again, put her back down and just fucking hammer fisted until Joanna tapped from punches.
And it wasn't a fluke because they rematched and she beat that ass again.
Yeah, it was a 5-round decision, but she clearly won three. Like Joanna clearly won 2 of those rounds, but Rose clearly won 3 of those rounds.
More.
So, yeah.
Then it was T.J. Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt
I
was.
watched that.
Yeah, that was.
That first fight where he fucking...
Yeah.
Got
Honestly,
bit-
I always stood behind Cody because I loved his fighting style and I loved that he was from Ohio. But since that Ultimate Fighter he was on with TJ, it's like TJ's definitely a cocky douche. I don't
like
fucking
his
know if I
fighting
can
style
support.
myself.
I don't know if I can support Cody now though because he's clearly like retarded and angry all the time.
Yeah, he's super mad.
He reminds me of myself when I was in high school. Like, and I don't like myself in high school.
No,
so.
he's like super mad and I have no idea why.
He's like, get out of my face, bro, as he's getting in TJ Dillashaw's face. And he's like, you're walking toward, and then he grabs his throat. It's like, oh, that's some shit I would have done when I was fucking 16.
Right.
Like, and that dude is my age or older, so he
Yeah.
probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, dude, he's also comes from a boxing background, so he's probably punchy as shit.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good point. That was one thing that always scared me, and I said it before, and I was wrong about him like throwing his hooks so low, like throwing them from his hips and just whoop, whoop, whoop. It's like, dude, that's gonna be a problem one day. But then I was like, nah, his speed makes up for it, and clearly not. If you fucking have distance and footwork, TJ Dillashaw showed. You can't be doing that at the top level. You just can't. And
No.
it doesn't matter how fucking fast you are, how strong you are. Is light. He hits like a goddamn middleweight, and he's in fucking bantamweight. But
Then for the main event, we had GSP and Michael Bisping on that.
yeah, that one was like I see that was one I did not pick Bisping. Because part of me said Bisping, part of me said fucking George St. Pierre is George St. Pierre. Like, you can never fucking bet against that dude.
But it's also him, like, knowing how bad he's
4 years after his last fight where he got beat by Johnny Hendricks and somehow got the decision, like, that was a big question for me. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, GSP ain't just been sitting around, though. Like,
that, and he was fighting unhealthy in that fucking division that was too heavy for him.
yeah, he was way too big
He had
for
to
it.
fucking overeat to the point of, like, it fucked him up, like, physically
Yeah,
to
to
make
gain.
weight.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, it was all clean foods, and he was on, like, a strict, like, lifting weights regiment. You know what I mean? But, yeah, he was too big for what he should be.
I
He
guess
was-
it
he
fucked
looked
his stomach
puffy.
all up.
Yeah, well, I think he had stomach problems for a while before that, and that's a big problem. Like, he was having trouble making weight going up. Even though he had to cut weight to 170, I don't think it was a huge cut for him. He did 155 for a while, too.
Word on the
I
wire.
think he was
he's gonna-
champion.
he's
No,
gonna
he
be-
was definitely champion in 155. I don't know what happened, but then he went to 170. I don't know if he had to drop the title to move to 170 or what. Because you used to have to drop the title to move to a different weight class. Now,
You're doing it.
that's all
fucking
anybody wants to do anymore is double champ. So
Yeah,
that's
cool.
getting old.
Yeah, seen it.
It was special when Connor did it because that was the first time, even though they let him do it. Like BJ Penn could have done it in 3 divisions, but they didn't let him keep any of his titles. So
Anyways, since this pay-per-view, we cannot pick a fucking fight to save our goddamn lives.
yeah, we all 3 of them. Like again, me with Bisping and St. Pierre. I think if gun to my head, I think I would have picked Bisping though
No, I mean, like,
because he was active.
for the entire, like, year since then, we can't pick fights anymore.
I've been pretty good about picking fights still.
Oh, man. I don't know. I can't.
I don't like to pick fights.
I can't pick big fights.
I
anymore.
honestly, I try to stay away from him. Like I remember you were pretty sure that Darren Till was going to work Tyron Woodley.
I was
then Tyron
absolutely
Woodley-
fucking sure that he was going to fucking work him.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know though. That's kind of where I've been since 217. I think is just
I think
like,
I
I'm not going to say anything.
I think I was just mad at Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, I like Tyron Woodley, but he definitely plays that victim bullshit too much. Like he had the perfect opportunity to like call someone out and be like, yeah, what now, motherfuckers? Like leave it at that. Like just say it and leave it at that. But
I know I recognize that name. He's my rival right now in my career on UFC 3.
Oh yeah, Tyron
I
Woodley,
was
dude.
like, why does that sound familiar?
Heavy-handed wrestler. I'll tell you that much now.
Wrestler? Good. I don't
heavy-handed
give a fuck.
wrestler.
I don't fucking go to the ground in that game. Shit.
Dude, I forgot you had that. I'm playing Rootin' Tootin', but like whenever I'm done with that, I'll fucking, I literally yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, Rootin' Tootin'.
I knew exactly what the fuck you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Dude,
all
when
I
he first
call
said it to me too. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, Red
okay,
Dead.
I got you.
You guys see
Rootin'
the,
cowboy
you guys see the
shooting.
Brendan Fraser memes where it's just like him regular and then it's him dressed like a cowboy and it's like before Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah, I
5
saw
minutes after it comes out.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
I really liked the first game. Like, I wasn't good at it, but like,
I never
Revolver or
played it.
Redemption?
what's up?
Did you play Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, yeah, the second one is like fucking incredible.
Oh, really?
It's fucking the best game to date for sure. Ever, all genres, like all platforms. Like,
Really?
it's dude, you can like hunt, and it's real hunt. Like you have to get scentless lotion or just be mindful of your wind. And like if you put a deer carcass, like you can choose to skin the animal and take some of its meat, or put the entire carcass on your horse. And if you leave it on your horse too much, it'll rot. If it's like really hot weather, it'll rot quicker. Like your horse testicles will shrink in the cold. Like every little tiny detail is that deep, and that's not even talking about what the game is actually like.
Jesus.
Okay, I
Yeah.
mean that's cool and all, but it's just it doesn't draw me in. I guess it's
Dude,
like
there's
you're
but
just,
there's like
you
a
pretty
whole
much just-
story to the game. Well, you don't like story mode, so
yeah,
fuck
exactly. Well, yeah, you know what? I did play that.
you. This is
Spider-Man,
for me. This is for you guys had Call of Duty and GTA online.
You know
this
what?
shit's
I
about to
feel
have
you
an
on that,
online
because
though.
yeah, you don't really play a whole lot of games. I mean, UFC and
I'll
shit,
play UFC
obviously,
with you all day.
boxing
Anybody
and
all
stuff,
day.
but
Yeah.
you don't really play the these types of games. I should say.
no.
And,
I
yeah, it is
play
cool that you
like I
got
love
something like that.
GTA. Like
I love
like
GTA too.
The
Yeah,
Last
you
of
did,
Us is
yeah.
one of my all-time favorite games. Like I love story mode. Single
Yeah,
player.
exactly. Yep.
Right.
I do too.
I only have my once in a blue moon. Like Spider-Man was it for me. Single player story.
Yeah.
That's all I've gotten recently. The rest of them's going to be multiplayer.
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
That's
was
what
it
I
any
use.
good?
Oh, I love it.
That's
I'm
pretty
still.
fucking- I don't
they
even like
just
superheroes.
released-
I thought it was a fucking sweet game.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% it within the first week. Like got platinum trophy on it. And then they finally released the DLC a month later, just the 23rd of October. And I'm still working on that shit. But yeah, it's like, oh my god. Even the DLC is just as like in depth with the storytelling and the cutscenes and shit and the graphics on it. Amazing. And I only have it on just a PS4. If you get it on the Pro, you get the 4K. You know, put it on a 4K TV, it looks just that much fucking better. Like I
Wow.
can only imagine. Like I'm taking screenshots and posting on the Twitter, and they look pretty damn good. But if you find one of mine and then take it and put it next to a 4K one, it's like, damn.
It looks
It
like
just-
it looks like a box TV.
yeah. Yeah, you just there's so much detail in it. In the storyline itself, they're telling their own story. They're not basing it off of any of the movies. They are of course pulling from the canon of the comics and whatnot, but they're telling Insomniac told their own story with Spider-Man and Peter Parker as a whole.
Yeah, that's
And
how I
it was
understood it. It looks like
awesome.
it looks like the Spider-Man version of an Arkham game. That's
yeah.
why I
It
wanted.
gets
That's
gets
why I
related
wanted
to
to
that a lot.
I wanted to get. That's why I wanted it. But then I heard a lot of people bitching about it, and I was like, and they just never went and got it. But I like
I never heard anybody bitching about it. All I've seen is positive shit. But I don't play video games.
I just kept hearing people say it's too short. But
Oh yeah, that
I
was the
do
complaint
feel,
I saw.
yeah.
It is, but there's like the side shit on there is actually pretty like captivating and
Yeah,
fun.
well,
like
so-
the
so
side
the
shit's
Arkham
fun.
games.
You know
You
what
could
I
beat
love
the
to do
Arkham- if
is
you just
listen to
went straight
podcasts and do the
story
side shit.
and didn't do any straight shit in the Batman games, it's short as fuck.
If you like the
So-
Batman games, you'll like the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And I
'cause
like this again, not superhero guy, but I love those Batman games. I like the Batman games still. I think a little more than the Spider-Man games, but I don't know. Spider-Man's damn close. That was a lot of fun too. So it's close.
I bet just the fucking physics in that game are fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun.
That's what the devs said at first. They're like that's the very first thing we worked on. We put a generic Spider-Man in a generic New York box city, no details or anything,
Yeah.
and we nailed how the webs are going to attach to the skyscrapers, how the physics are going to be. When
They
you
did a
swing
really good
through.
job on it because you can't just be above the buildings and still swinging. Like you have to attach to the
Yeah.
buildings, and if you hit the corner, you're going to go around the corner unless you you have to let go earlier or go around that fucking corner. Like you
Yeah.
have to learn how to swing those motherfucking webs. That's fun.
I bet that's fucking nightmarishly hard.
Actually, no.
It's not.
You get the
And
hang
if-
of it quicker. It does take a minute to get the hang of, but it's not too bad.
Bastard moth.
you guys are selling me.
It's fun.
Mothman's in here.
I've always
Do
thought. Yeah, seriously.
Dude,
I've
play
always
UFC.
thought-
Both of you guys get motherfucking PS4s and play UFC with me and Dylan.
I have a PS4.
I have an Xbox
Oh, nice.
One.
Yeah, that's why I was like. That's why I was on the fence of getting Spider-Man because I can go.
Oh yeah,
I can go get it.
I
if
forgot that
want.
was only PS4.
Yeah.
Nah, UFC's titties.
Dude,
It
that's a
is.
sweet one. There's definitely disappointed in the ground game shit though, but they're adding on to it. I don't know if you know this or not, but they've been doing a lot of game updates.
Oh yeah.
You can hit someone and if they're kind of rocked, if you run up on them quick enough, they're automatically in whip, which is a Muay Thai stance. If you have them down like this, and you can knee them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit them near the cage, they'll be cage sitting with their backs against the cage, and you could wow, Tyron Woodley did to Robbie Lawler. You could do that to people now, and sometimes they get up, sometimes they don't.
A lot of times they don't.
Yeah.
That's you. When
Well,
you
if you're
usually end
playing
up
on
in that.
fucking legend fucking mode, they always get up. But
Yeah, I'm only playing pro. I think.
Motherfuckers.
pros, that's usually where I play. But every time I play on pro, I win everything, and then if I go up from that,
Yeah, my career, it's whatever how many matches I've had in O.
yeah,
And that's with, of course, me making sure that I'm restarting the fights that I've already won.
yeah.
But I haven't lost yet. And I'm like, why am I knocking these guys out so damn quick?
Yeah.
I check the difficulty. Is it actually on pro?
Yeah,
So I feel like I should up it.
bump
but
it up one, and then
Then I'm
you're-
going to
it's
lose and
gonna
get
be-
really pissed.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because
but,
I'm on a
I had to play that
streak.
same fight fucking 19 times to get that win back.
yeah,
Well, that's the thing. If I lose, I'm not going to go back on the fight.
that's what I do too.
I try to at least do that, but if
That's
I'm
what I did
winning,
my
I'm
first-
gonna try to at least. If I whooped his ass really quick, it's somebody that doesn't stand up and he's not going to be able to get me on the ground because I fucking work on that ground defense. I don't like getting taken down.
You still have the heads up display for the ground defense and shit.
What do you?
The
like-
heads up display, like if you're holding an R2, it'll like point in what direction you're supposed to defend or no.
No, I don't know how to turn that shit on. Because
Oh, really?
I've seen it before. Like,
Well, that's
I
good.
think
If
it was
you,
maybe
if
in
you
a
can do it,
tutorial.
if you can do it without like that, then you're fine.
Well, usually I just go with the down. If they aren't going with the using
Oh.
down, then I'm fucked.
Yeah,
But-
you should. I think if you go, I think maybe like hard mode instead of pro. I think still has it. I think pro you can't use it.
Okay, that may be it then.
And then I think the one after that doesn't even have like it won't show you that you're going to side control or tie clinch or fucking north south or whatever. Like it
Yeah,
won't even
see,
have
then
that. I
I'd
think.
really be lost without that. That's
And
how
I know those
which ones get up.
positions. Yeah, I know those positions like IRL, but it'd even throw me off a little bit because I'm so used to like relying on the heads up display and shit.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right.
I think it's about time to wrap this shit up.
Maybe we had a good
Damn,
time.
I did.
Oh, before it goes off, here
Oh.
we go. Happy Halloween, everybody! Happy Halloween.
What are you doing? All right, guys, we're the Modern Savage Podcast as Modern it's Midnight Scario. That's
Midnight
what we're doing. We'll see you next Tuesday.